north shore of the bridge now. 23 miles away from the original shot.
Is there no one else?
The causeway, when viewed from Pier 1, is clearly going over the horizon. Now, on that particular day, the viewing was very clear, and there wasn't hardly any mirage or heat effects. I was surprised by that, but pleasantly. Now, it's pretty obvious that the bridge is coming up over the horizon. The cars appear to be right above the water level, maybe even the wheels are kind of in it. And there doesn't seem to be any atmospheric effects going on, at least nothing of note. Here's another interesting thing. The cars are obviously visible, while the causeway is not. That means it can't be due to perspective. Because if it were due to perspective, the much larger bridge would be visible, and the cars would not be visible. So what could it be? Also, the trestles of this tower apparently go all the way to the road. Seems pretty clear that this is the bridge coming over the horizon. It's not perspective. It's not heat effects or atmospheric effects. It has to only be one thing. The bridge is coming from over the horizon. I want you to look specifically at these pillars. If there are any type of atmospheric effects or mirroring, then the pillars would have to change direction. The direction or the angle of their legs would be reflected, but it's not. Another interesting thing that you can look at is the section underneath the bridge where the pillars are versus the upper section of the bridge. I'm moving fast here so you can see how much faster the lower section grows in size versus the upper section. Let's back up and do that again. Small underneath to large underneath, and the upper section pretty much remained the same size. Not perspective, definitely not atmospherics. That led me to a new observation, one I made yesterday. Here's the details of my photograph. 300mm zoom. Here's the location. It was in Mandeville, the North Shore. This time I did it at night. You can notice that the cars are actually coming up over the horizon on the left side. Where's the rest of the bridge? Where are the rest of the cars? So I decided to take a video. It should be pretty obvious that the cars are coming up over the horizon. Up the center lower section of your screen, you'll see some cars just pop up out of nowhere. Now, my question is, how far can you see light at night? Well, it's a really good question, one that's already been answered. Basically, you can see a candlelight from about 30 miles away, as long as there's nothing obstructing your view. So then why can't we see these car lights from a little over 8 miles away? Another curiosity. But I'm going to go ahead and propose that there's a horizon obstructing your view. And when the cars rise above the horizon, you are able to see them again. I hope you realize that I'm showing you this stuff so that you know the truth. And so that you realize that people are trying to deceive you. If people are telling you the earth is flat, they're lying to you. Either they're lying through ignorance or they're lying intentionally. But either way, it's not a good thing. I'll leave you with this. All of my observations have been genuine. All of my observations have been real. I've provided the raw data to you. I've provided the raw film to you. Anything that you want, I've given. Anything you've asked, I've done. And it's still not enough. Now I have to ask myself, for the people that it's still not enough for, what else could you possibly want? What else do you possibly need? The earth is a globe, and there's nothing wrong with that. Why do you feel the need to lie to people about it? That's what I want to know. It's a curiosity, the psychology of flat earth. And that's why I do this, to try and understand why people would willingly believe a lie.
One of my favorite locations is the Little Tensas Bayou, which is under the Atchafalaya Basin Bridge. There's two sides. One is the Whiskey Bay side, which is the west side, and the other is the Rama side, which is the east side. Here we're going to be looking from the Rama side, pretty close to water level, maybe 2 or 3 feet high. We're looking towards the Whiskey Bay side, which is a boat ramp down there, the Atchafalaya Basin Bridge boat ramp. You can see my tripod set up here below the levee. In a minute we're going to go up to the top of the levee, but you can clearly see the bridge is curving down there on the far end. In a moment we're going to see that that bridge is actually straight and level, and the only reason it looks curving is because we're seeing the curvature of the earth. Go a little bit higher up on the levee here, and we'll see a difference in obstruction height with the boat ramp. Now we can clearly see all the way down to the bottom of the boat ramp, whereas before the bottom of the boat ramp was obstructed. This definitely leads to a lot of interesting experiments that could happen here in this location. One person on each end. So let's go down to the boat ramp this time. Be sure to look at the bridge and notice how level it is. The part that we were just seeing curving appears to be very level on this end. That's because it is level. It's level and curving, and both ends curve. So now we're seeing the Rama end curve, which is also level. As a matter of fact, the part that goes over the levee actually goes up. This is one of my favorite shots. You can clearly see the high water mark curving. And one of my newest favorites is this one. The surface of the water is curved, causing the reflection to be warped like a funhouse mirror. In the end, this location has so many opportunities that it really has become my favorite. It's a bit overshadowed by the transmission lines, but I expect good things from this place in the future. Bonus material, this is from under the bridge. And even from under the bridge, you can see what appears to be a curving hallway. Yep, even the curve is visible here in the classic demonstration of perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope to provide more material from here. Me and Dandy are definitely on the scene, so this is going to be a good spot for us. Let us know if you have any ideas. Stanley out.
That was a pretty good shot, but I thought that I'd try and get a little shallower shot on the other side, and I think this shot came out great. Not in the photographic sense, but in the sense of showing the curvature. I mean, guys, this is curvature. There's no denying this. It's obvious, clear, plain as day curvature over the horizon. The water is curving. These towers trace out the curve that we globe earthers, or conventional modelists, as I like to call us, that we've been telling you is there. Okay, this is why the horizon obstructs cities in the background. It's because it's curved. Okay, the water is curved and the horizon obstructs the view of things behind it, and that is what you're seeing right here. You're seeing the curve that we keep telling you is there and visible if you know how to look for it. And this is how you look for it. Okay, not go way up high and look down on things. No, you come down here at the right angle where the conventional model would predict that you would see the curvature, and there it is, right where it says it should be. I'll make this video short. There it is. Okay, so this is an image of that piece that I was talking about. And the interesting thing is that you can see that the highway is like obstructed, it's gone. Now, there is a mirage right here, so I'll be the first to say, yeah, okay, this is a definitive picture. With your eyes, it's way more apparent. Like you can see the highway actually getting lower and lower and lower, and eventually going down behind this horizon. For the love of God, please look at the evidence. For real. I'm begging you. Sound me out.